Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Startropics. So yeah, here we are in the ghost tunnel. I don't know what else to call it. In what is easily the longest maze we are going to run into for a while. Very, very large. And just in case you hadn't picked up on it, this game likes to throw new little gotcha things at you in just about every dungeon. With previous dungeons having, things where you jump in, or where it opened up a hidden door, which, oh look, you go in it and die, or you take a set of steps and die, that type of thing. This dungeon's jerk move is, well, it's false exits. I know we've seen that before, but nowhere near the frequency we are about to see them. In fact, there are 3 rooms in here which basically trap you and lead you out the wrong way. I will show you one because it's right here at the start. At least this one has the decency, and all of them really have the decency to be fairly early on. But yeah, if you went up in this room, it locks the door behind you. You can come in here and grab these 2 hearts. So yeah, if you die and have to go back to the very beginning, I believe you can go in this room twice and refill your hearts, but each time, right back out here with no change. And remember, she dropped her crystal in the lake, and the lake's still there, so obviously that is not going to advance us very far. So yeah, there are 3 of those rooms in this dungeon. And I'm just waiting here. I'm taking the very overly safe route. You notice I collected a star before I went back up here, right? Well, yeah, it's gone. Along with anything else I'd collected in this cave, it is now gone. So we are going to mostly ignore the hopping skulls there. Deal with the puppies, because I'm pretty sure those are puppies. Skella puppies. And we can go down. Now, if I'm not fast enough... There. Did not get hit. There's something going on in this room which we cannot see yet, and it will smack you if you don't move immediately after opening that door. In short, they're invisible enemies. There are also these things, which take 8 hits. So if you're not going to get them by the time they get to you, they take off 1.5 hearts. So if you can't kill them in one run, back up, give yourself a step or 2, and, take them out that way. Does it sound like I know a little bit more about the game now? It's because I've practiced. Practice helps. It still won't help me clear this thing any easier, but, Now, you may be wondering about that little rod we picked up, and about why there's absolutely nothing going on in this room, at least that we can see. Oh. Another trick this dungeon has, invisible enemies, and that little rod we picked up lets you see them. Now the question is, if I'd have sat there and swung my yo-yo around, it wouldn't have done anything. At least, before I tripped the switch and made them visible. I guess it has, magic to make them tangible to, say, yo-yos. Okay, so this room, if you are low on hearts, well, it's not this room, but it is close to this room. Ah. Get back here. I'm on a place you can't get me right now. really? There. Yeah, I can't get you from here. Ugh. Kinda need to kill you. There. Just so you aren't, you know, ruining what I'm going to set up here. Now, going down leads us to another false exit. So we don't want to do that. That's why I cleared those guys out. Instead, we want to go this way. Which... move down immediately because... ghosts. Now, most of them aren't going to pose a threat. Just that one in the middle would have kept smacking me if I'd let him. But these guys... if I was hurt... and I'm not... but if I was hurt... I'd want to go in there. Because you go in that room... there's a little island in the middle of an ocean with 2 hearts on it we can go get. However, I'm not hurt. I believe these are empty. I'm just going to make sure. Because, yeah, they are empty. Now, this one... this is also what the false exit room looks like, if you remember. However, this one has a slug in it. That is covering over a passage. And in this room, ghosts. And a very fast-moving submerging tile here. So we want to kill them. And if I was hurt... that would be very useful, but I'm not hurt. So, you know, no reason for me to go get those hearts and have to repeat this whole process all over again. I mean, if there was a reason, that would be great, but there isn't. At least I don't think there's... oh yeah, there actually is a reason. First, I'll show you this, because this opens up the way forward. But there is a reason for me to go kill that ghost, even if I don't need to pick up these hearts. But I can now safely ignore all the ghosts in this room. Because that door down there that we want to open just means I have to time this again. And not mess it up. It won't matter. But there are no ghosts here that should hurt me. But even more hearts, just in case. Worth showing off. Even if I didn't need the hearts. I'm doing much better at this part than I usually am. I may lose a couple hearts soon, though. No, not on this room. This room may hit me once, but... there's nothing else in here. Just that little fire-spitting stump there. And here are bats. Freaking bats. Now, if you got to look at this place before the lights went out, and you hear that submerging tile, you may be a little bit concerned, but there's no reason to be. This is not the tile that's submerging. That's later. Down here. Use it. There we go. That's how you deal with the mummies without losing everything. I believe the safe bet. Yep. Because we need to see those ghosts to be able to do this. ghosts. Don't become one yourself by jumping in the water. You notice that the ghosts pose no threat to you whatsoever. You literally cannot get hit by the ghosts unless you jump into one, and if you jump into one, you're going to die. But here is something that could prove very useful as long as you don't fall in the water. And with what we've got coming up, it's very possible to fall in the water. But we also didn't get everything in here. Where is it? There's one more thing we need. There it is. The lantern. If I am not mistaken, we will have to get used to this thing for, the future. But for now, it'll come in handy a little bit later on in this section. Okay. Now we can't see what's going on right here. With the lantern, we will get a few seconds of brightness. So just remember this. It's going to go away now. You see the pattern? You got the pattern memorized? Good. This one can kill you pretty much outright because here are the submerging tiles. We won't need the lantern anymore after this room, so feel free to pay attention and see where you gotta go. Get up there, down, 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 over, yeah. Do not feel shy about using extras. And now we are pretty much home free. Nothing there. I hate these enemies. Unfortunately, we have to kill them to progress. There we go. Hate those guys. Now we could have jumped down, but that wouldn't get us where we need to go. I think the hands will follow you up there, but they won't follow you onto this plane because there's nowhere for them to be, really. And that is not the last we will see of them. And just... you hear the tense music, right? You hear this overly tense, dramatic music, and there's no boss here. I mean, there's literally no boss anywhere in here. And there's no ghosts. But there is something in the next room. It's not a boss, but they give you this overly tense, dramatic music for no real reason whatsoever. It's one of them. That was almost very bad. Yeah, there's just this. There's literally no reason to come in here whatsoever. There's pretty much no reason really to bother with those mummies. I just took some damage for no real reason whatsoever. Okay. That's easy enough. And if I'd really needed to, yeah, stopwatch to pause the mummies in place. But mummies generally are not a huge threat unless you've got a bunch of other things bothering you, like, well, those little lamps. Lamps, whatever they're called. Fire volcanoes. So now, we want to go to the left. And I believe we won't run into any hassle from ghosts or anything like that. There are ghosts in there. There we go. We need an extra wand. Go. If you know they're coming, they're really easy to deal with. But unfortunately, these ghosts, even though they aren't bothering anyone whatsoever, we have to bring them into existence and then wipe them out. Because the passage isn't going to open unless we do. I hope I didn't miss the bolos. I think they're a little bit further ahead. Yeah, unfortunately. I don't think there was anything here. Yeah, there wasn't. I just wasted a rod. Should have killed the ghost to explode the room before I did that. Granted, I've got more rods than I will need. Really? I could have sworn there was something in here. Almost got a heart replenishment. Nifty. There's what I need. One of two things, anyway. So you see how you deal with these. We've got a mirror. We get to launch their projectiles right back at them. Aw. Ah. There we go. We're not done with them yet. I wish we were, but we are not. Train of them I can deal with. Ah! Did not mean to step forward there. Just meant to turn, did not mean to, do that again. I'm gonna have to use my potion. Nope. Okay. There he is. Sorry, dude. Even though I'm pretty sure you didn't hurt anybody. I need what's over here. Because I played sloppy. This won't get me back up to full health. But it'll get me close enough for what's about to happen. I can't believe this has already taken 20 minutes. Oh yes, I can, because this is a long freaking dungeon. make sure I don't miss anything. There we go. Just in case you didn't have one, we're going to need this. Because up next is the boss room. Doesn't look like it, does it? Just looks like a room with four stacks there, right? Look who it is. Bolo time. He's gonna speed up in a minute. But he didn't speed up soon enough. Because he's dead now. And let's not die here, huh? I don't think we can die here. I don't think there's physically a way to kill ourselves now. Might be in this room. Yeah, I think we can just... I think we can dive off into the abyss if we really try. But a few hops on this tile and... well, basically, you see what's going on. Water flowing from the skull's mouth. Because that's the thing that happens, right? And instead of traveling all the way outside, we've done it. Wow. We've drained the lake. And because that took 22 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and call this a video before we walk over and pick up that crystal ball and have to walk all the way back to Shikola's castle, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, take care, folks, and I will see you back next time for more Startropics and a potentially really, really uncomfortable scene. Later all!